Yo, what's up, my friends? Welcome, tubers. We're back for some more drafting here on Magic Arena. Got some more of this Decathlon draft event. If you watched yesterday's video, you'll know I did not qualify with the traditional Brothers War draft yet, so I have 5 of 6 tokens. And yeah, we will jump into this traditional, and this is up to 5 wins, traditional token event. And we opened a Siege Veteran. Not much to say. One of the best rares in the format. And it comes down as early as turn 3. Well, actually, turn 2, technically, you can play it. Off of the Citadel Stalwart plus like a Bauble or something. But anyways, Siege Veteran, pick one, pack one. Pretty easy here. Sideboard will be a relevant factor in the world of best of 3. So we'll be on the lookout for some cards later on. But Thopter Mechanic, Levitating Statue, Animation, Opportunist. Don't have much time, but there are some other good cards in the pack. But this is obviously a very easy Siege Veteran. Ooh, and we're getting past a Brotherhood's End. This is another really powerful card. Not a bad one to have access to in your sideboard. Do I want to take this second pick? Other good choices in the pack. There's like a Scrapwork Mutt. Great 2-drop. Epic Confrontation. Decent removal. Arbalest Engineers, solid 3. Same thing with Foundry Inspector, another solid 3. Energy Refractor as well. I kind of want to take the Mutt over the Brotherhood's End. Let's see. An uncommon is missing from this pack, as the Inspector is the retro here. I kind of like it. Since we're playing best of 3, having access to a card like this, I think is really, really powerful. So let's take that. Ooh. And now let's take a Yojin Dissident here for our 3rd pick. Yeah, clearly the best card in the pack. And we already first pick a Siege Veteran, so we want to be playing white anyways. With this, we'll want to pick up like the Scrapwork Cohorts and whatnot, passing a Disfigure and playables, but nothing exciting. I like that, the Yojin Dissident. Into potentially a Warlord's Elite or Argothian Sprite. Okay. I am not the biggest fan of green-white, but if you are going to do a green-white deck, this is a pretty nice start to it, Veteran and Dissident. I think the good 2-drops are harder to come by, but I'd rather cut off the white signal because we have the Veteran, if that makes sense. So let's take the 3-mana 4/4 here. Okay. Getting a Prison Sentence 5th pick is also not a terrible sign of things. I actually like the Honor Guard in this style of deck when you have a lot of ways to pump it up and you really want to just be curving out, but I'm going to take the Prison Sentence over the 2-drop. I think the Honor Guard is replaceable. Getting a Queen Calebin Krug now 6th pick in pack 1 is also a pretty nice sign. We are loading up on 3-drops, but maybe there's a world where we are going to do this instead, passing another 2-drop. Okay. I mean, if we're going to get this 6th pick, I'm not going to pass it, I guess. Recommission now, a pretty good pickup if we want to stick with white. Or we could take the Stalwart. The Stalwart's another really, really good card in a deck like this. We can keep our curve low and whatnot, but damn. A recommission is so good with what we already have, both the Dissident and the Veteran. Actually, it's just good with all of our creatures because all of them cost 3 or less. Okay. I'd rather take the commission here. I think this is a good solid pickup if you want to, but I think the commission makes a lot of sense. This is a pretty good start. Return target artifact or creature with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Conveniently, 3-drop, 3-drop, 3-drop. Depending on what route we go, I mean, rather, regardless of what route we go, we're going to be playing some pretty good white deck, I think. I will want to be on the lookout for 2s, as we already have plenty of 3s. But yeah, just to go over it again, the Decathlon event is like a 2-week event that Arena has put online. Every like 2 or 3 days, there are 2 new events. Once the event is done with, so the 2 or 3 days have passed, you cannot join that event again. There are up to 10 events, Decathlon 10. And if you get enough tokens, then you can qualify for the finals where you can get some cool prizes. Generally speaking, it's not a good event. The prices are quite high in comparison to what your expected payout is, but it's a fun little thing to do. Pick 8, we're getting... Well, the best card here is Mightstone's Animation. I could take the Rock Hunter as just an okay 2-drop. I'm not going to take Deadly here. Do we want to stay open and take Mightstone's Animation? Because I'm only passing a replaceable 2-drop, I guess. Yeah, this is pretty high upside. I don't expect to end up in blue, but... Oh, well, actually... Wield another animation. Okay, that could also be a good direction to go now. So white blue, white green, or white red. But going back to the Decathlon point, as you can see, it says collect 3 or more different tokens to reach the finals. Obviously, I already have at least 3, but if you collect 7, you get a second attempt at the finals. And then if you get all 10 out of 10, you get some extra like card sleeves or something. I will say the final event is really strange. It is a sealed event where everybody opens the same exact pool. That means, I mean, and especially if a lot of people are streaming it, if there is a conclusive, like, best quote-unquote deck in that sealed pool, then a lot of people are going to be running the same deck. So we'll see about that. I don't know. Let's get back to the draft anyways. We got to pick 10 Energy Refractor, which is pretty damn good when we just picked up double Mightstone's Animation, both 8th and 9th pick. So yeah, lots of different options we can go with here. Let's see, what was the draft? It was Siege Veteran into Brotherhood's End. It was a 3rd pick Dissident, is that right? I think so. I actually like Aeronaut's Wings here a lot too. Not only is it a decent sideboard card, it's just good for the Mightstone's animations. And you can run this in your main deck, no problem. A lot of the white decks want the Aeronaut's Wings, so... Actually looks like we'd rather be green or blue than red, even though red has 2 decent rares. This is probably not a pack we want to play. I don't think Thran Power Suit is any relevant. But yeah, it should be interesting. Like, it might even be better for me, like, not to stream the sealed event. Build my deck and then, like, record it for YouTube or whatever, but I'm expecting I'll probably end up streaming it instead, and maybe we'll just throw the VOD up. Anyway. Somebody's hogging packs here. Oh my gosh, the pack hog. You'll note that they took away all the names for this event because it's technically the Decathlon event. I don't know. It's not like an arena open, but apparently, you know, just in case people are colluding or whatever. Was there anything we could potentially wheel? I guess the Honor Guard is fine. Not a big fan of Desynchronize, but no, the Honor Guard is fine if we end up in green. Latinam Adept or Retrieval Agent, those are both no's. Rage to the Ground, a good sideboard card if we end up in red. Oh, mama, speaking of red. It's like they want me to go red or something. This is going to be our 3rd red rare. We opened the Tyrant of Care Ridges. That's a pretty hard one to pass. I actually think our red is our worst color to go along with our white right now, but you obviously don't pass a bomb like this, especially when you don't really have a secondary color. So we're going to be ending, or we're going to take the Tyrant here. What are we passing? Cindermaw would be very good. Metamorph would be good if we were going to play the blue. Flask would be alright. Combat Courier for the blue would be great. Another Prison Sentence, okay. And then an Explosive Excavation Explosion for the red deck as well, but woe is me, just got to take another big red rare. And I'm going to go with the Mutt here over the Chaplain now to get a really good 2-drop to go along with it. I'm not necessarily playing red, but we're definitely leaning towards that direction a lot heavier. So the Chaplain is really good because what this does is it digs for our 3-mana rares like Veteran plus Queen Kayla, but it also gives us creatures in the yard for recommission. But yeah, I think the Mutt, now that we've taken a bunch of red cards, makes a lot more sense. And then we get this pack, which has Rock Hunter over actual nothing. Even if we were playing blue or green, I'm not sure we would want any of these cards in this pack. So, an okay 2-drop. And not going to wheel... Oh, no, sorry, there's a shoot down. I guess I glossed over that. There is a shoot down in this pack. That's interesting. We could take shoot down over Rock Hunter. Yeah, probably just take the 2. Orny Stony Boy looks good. Passing another Mutt here. This is the 3rd Mutt we've seen, and crazy, I've only taken 1 of them. Usually Mutts are very high on my pick order, but I think the Stone Seeker is a little bit better than the Mutt is. If we end up in red-white, the Refractor is not as necessary, right? This was more for the blue and the green deck. The green, the Distant, had synergy with Refractor, and then in blue, the Mightstone's animation, so... Oh, there's a very good one. This is a card we were always on the lookout for. God, they still haven't fixed the cutoff bug. It's not just my video, it is the actual client that's cutting off the card. Anyway, I'm always going to repeat that every single time Arena does this. Can't even read it, but Scrapwork Cohort's one of the best commons in the format. Just does so much work. I have played like 10 hours of Magic today. It is a lot of Magic. Hopefully I don't make too many errors. We collected our Alchemy Decathlon 6 token earlier today on stream, and the funny thing was I was trying a bunch of quote-unquote fun decks. I was playing like Oracle of the Alpha deck. I was playing some Jund Reanimator style deck, and eventually I gave up. I was like, all right, I'm just going to play mono red, and we went 7-0 or 7-1 with mono red. Okay, what's pick number 6 give to us for pack 3? We have a Whirling Strike, Reconstructed Thopter, and a Blitz Automaton. This style of deck generally wants at least 1 Whirling Strike. I think it's a pretty solid combat trick. The First Strike and Trample together are great. I don't mind with Thopter, but we can get a ton of 3-drops later. Blast Runner, I don't believe is what we want in red-white. Normally that's a red-black card. Sometimes you get enough other sacrifice effects in non-red-black to make it worthwhile, but this doesn't look to be the case here, so I think I'll take the Military Discipline as like another okay combat trick. That's a really good pack. Holy smokes. Pick 8, we're getting a Chaplain, Recommission number 2, and a Chromatic Star. A couple of good green cards here, too. Right, let's go with the first Chaplain now, since I passed on that first one earlier. Flask, Courier, Automaton. This is actually kind of strange. I'm going to take the Courier here because I think we could still be playing blue. It's not super likely, but I feel like that could be a thing here. Drum versus Onulet. I'm not huge on Onulet in the red-white decks, but it's got some synergy with like milling and whatnot. Okay, bunch of filler. Let's just rare draft. Meticulous Excavation. This card can be fun, but I don't think it's actually good. This card can be fun, but I don't think it's actually good. This card is fun, but I don't think it's actually good. No, we should take Audacity here in case I end up in green somehow. Okay, pack 3. We opened another red card. This one I don't believe is going to make our deck. Mechanized Warfare. What is our red and artifact count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8? Actually, that's not too bad. I think we'd rather just have another mutt here, but this wouldn't be unplayable, and in fact, if it wheels, I might end up taking it. Okay, another Chaplain looks good here. Would love to get a second recommission now as well. We've passed some good blue cards. We've seen a couple of Zephyr Sentinels go by, too. I think the Brotherhood's End I'm probably going to start in the sideboard and not the main deck. Feldon's another decent one here. Feldon versus a third Chaplain. Yeah, let's go with the aggressive 2-drop. I think there were a bunch of different routes I could have gone with this deck. I think I did latch a little bit onto white because of the Siege Veteran, though, and then the Queen Kayla pickup. But the white wasn't actually all that impressive. The red was a certain, though, after we opened the Tyrant, I feel like. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 2-drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 3-drops. That's not terrible. Getting a third Scrapwork mutt now. Holy smokes. How many mutts did we see during the draft? 5 or 6 or something, right? Okay. There goes prison sentence number 2 for us. Good. We did need another removal spell. In fact, I don't have much removal. I don't have any of the red burn except for Tyrant, which I guess counts at 6 mana. But no Excavation Explosions. No Unleash Shells. This is a mulligan. Yikes. Is there a world where I want to bring in a sideboard Yojin Medic? Probably not. I have one Raise to the Ground in the sideboard already. I guess I'll take a second. And I guess I probably end up main decking one of them. How many Meticulous Excavations can we actually see? They're uncommon after all. Strongbow, not great in this deck. Would just be okay. I almost wonder if Power Stone Engineer as another 2-drop is slightly better. I guess with 3 mutts, Strongbow's good enough. Steel Exemplar. Oh, no, there we go. We finally got one Unleashed Shell. And that might just be the deck right there. Unless I somehow got something really crazy on the wheel, which I don't even think is possible, right? There weren't too many stuff. Supply Drop is actually pretty good. I've come around to this card a lot. I think it's a decent combat trick. Maybe it's better than starting the Military Discipline. You can also recommission the Supply Drop. All right, I mean, I'm pleased with this deck. It's got 2 bombs in the form of Tyrant and Siege Veteran, and then it's got, I mean, just a good solid amount of quality cards in general. I wish I had like 1 Excavation Explosion, and if I was really lucky, like 1 Obliterating Bolt would have been nice, but I think this is like a 9-8 in favor of red now, perhaps, right? Oh, it's an even split. Having extra red actually makes more sense, though, because of the Unearth here, and then, like, pumpability of Tyrant, so. 8 plains. 9 mountains. Alright, let's go. Nice little red-white deck here. This is best of 3. We have to get to 5 wins before... Wait, is it 2 losses? Or I think it might be 2 losses. So you need to go 5-1 or 5-0 in this event. Yeah, that's my biggest complaint about this type of event. Having to play that many games with 1 deck, especially when it's best of 3, is super unfortunate. This is an easy keep even without a white source. If we rip our white source in the first couple of turns, it'll be very hard to beat. If we don't, we still have turn 1 Stone Seeker, turn 2 Wings equip. Plains is going to be a very, very easy game, if we can find it. Feldon's not bad. Okay. And we want to play out the Wings before attacking in case they have a removal spell for the Stone Seeker. That way I still have the Wings on the battlefield. Still looking for that Plains. Hey, there's a nice rare. Oof. Yeah. Ugh. Okay, that's fine. Plains. Are they actually mono white? I mean, they're playing Lantern plus Springleaf Drum. They might be short on playables and playing mono white as a result. Interesting. It's fine. They can attack for 3 lifelink if they want to. Okay. There it is. So now we go land, veteran, pump the Stone Seeker, swing. Sweet, I'll take that. And then we do not want to move off the Wings. It's best on Feldon. That's fine. Oh, stupid sexy Seraph. Combat. Yeah, let's keep pumping the Menace creature. I could pump Siege Veteran there and attack with it, but I don't really want to take that risk. If Feldon takes damage, I'm going to get... Okay, so they're just activating. I was going to say, if Feldon takes damage here... Oh, no, I do still get to draw a card, effectively. So if we hit a land, we probably just win, because we get to Unleash Shell on the Seraph. Chaplain. Alright, well, I was going to play Chaplain anyway, so... Plains? Nice. Yeah, this draw's been fantastic. We missed on a white source for a turn or two, but... Okay. So we do have lethal here, if they attack for 3 and don't have anything. I don't want to show them the dragon, so we'll just go with Unleash Shell here and attack out. Beautiful. Alright, I'm assuming the opponent's on mono white somehow. Or maybe a very, very light splash. After seeing Seraph, and actually what we see from their graveyard, I'm actually going to bring in the Brotherhood's End. And maybe we can take out like the Military Discipline as a combat trick and just go for a slightly more powerful card that can get them if they try to dump their hand too quickly. Alright, looks like a good keep. We draw an extra land in the first 2 draw steps. Oh, they put me on the play. Oh. Well, still probably going to discard a land here. Oh, we have the mutt combo, but not a fat creature to discard to it. Strong Bull. Yeah, I definitely think they're mono white. Two mine workers. So we're going to suit up our mutt here. So that's the only one they can trade 1 for 1. So if they want to trade with a strong bull, they have to double block it. Oh, they must have a recommission in their hand. That's okay. So they chump, they gain a life, they recommission it back as a 3-2, and I can just raise it to the ground. Actually, I don't even need to raise it to the ground, do I? I can just attack with both, and if they block, I can sack my mutt or something. Could also just prison sentence it. Feels like raise to the ground's better, isn't it? Since this can only kill artifacts. Disenchant. So they're doing it main phase so that I cannot pump on my turn. Presumably. Okay, let's just equip wings. Play out land and attack for 3 and pass. We don't want a mutt because I don't want to discard any of these cards. In fact, the card that I would discard is like recommission. Because we need to hit that 6th land for the Tyrant. Gain 6, draw a card. Okay. There's Chaplain. Maybe we mill a Siege Veteran and we can recommission. Did not, but that's okay. Okay. I guess I'll keep my creature alive and sack the Aeronaut's Wings. And notably, I can recommission the Aeronaut's Wings back too, so this works out. Sure. Sweet. Alright, Tyrant. I want to shoot their face, but should probably kill the creature. Keep the land in my hand to discard the mutt. Okay. Is that lethal? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One off? What if I unearth? Rummage away at planes. I don't think we quite have lethal, right? It's close though. Even if it was lethal, I'm too tired to think about it. I don't think I had lethal, but... Let's see, was recommission the wings, equip the wing... No, that's the same thing as just using prison sentence. Pretty sure I was one-off lethal. Destroy all artifacts with mana value 3 or less. That's not a bad card here. Anyway, any number of ways to win this, but... Sack the wings, and then blow up all artifacts. No, don't time out on me now. Come on. Thank you. Okay. All right. Nice little 1-0 start. Yeah, so it's 5 wins before you get 2 losses, if you can see there. So, it is, man, a hell of a grind. These are the type of events, like, best of 1, sure, 7 wins, 3 losses. I think that's fine, because best of 1 is usually pretty quick. But having to slog through this many games with one deck, and then if you don't get to 5, it's such a feel bad. Like, if you go 4 and 2, you're just like, oh my gosh, am I really going to play this again? Ah, well, that looks like a mulligan to me. Alright, 2-drop, 3-drop with a combat trick. Turn 1 Chromatic Star. Ooh, we have the nice little combo. The Chaplain with the recommission. Conscripted Infantry. Land, raised to the ground, and a scrapwork mutt. Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and grab the mutt out of the graveyard instead of making a 2-2. Because if the chaplain dies, I can just recommission that instead. Like... Sure. They're gonna get a 1-1 anyways, so the Rock Hunter not super relevant. Prison sentence. Suppose I'm probably supposed to discard the military discipline here. I don't think we want to recommission back the Rock Hunter right now, though. Sure. Dreams of Oil and Steel. What did they exile? My rock. That just means when I draw my Siege Veteran, it'll be that much better. Alright, let's go ahead and turn off their Mishra. I don't think we want either of those. Okay. So it's 3 mana to activate that thing? Sure. Another Chaplain's good here. Let's lead with that. Maybe we mill something to recommission. 2 lands and a Feldon. Yeah, I actually kind of like grabbing the Feld in here too. This looks like another matchup where Brotherhood's End probably wants to come in. Sure, I get to look at the best. I get to take the best of 3. That's nice. Appreciate that. And there it is. There it is, my friends. Veteran most siege. I guess I want to draw land next turn so I can go veteran plus strongbull. Nice. Alright. Lead on veteran. Go to combat. You have the exile. They do. Unlucky. Have to be a little bit careful because the Junkyard Genius can give menace and add a bunch of damage, but it itself does not give menace. So if they're not careful and they just activate the Genius, okay. Well, they can't actually attack into my 2/3 anymore. So they can activate twice. That's unearthed, so this is a free block. That's gonna die end of turn, or exile end of turn anyways. I think we're gonna recommission Felden, but... because I'm at 16, I don't think they're gonna be able to add enough damage. So we'd rather try to push. That's a great draw too. Yeah, that's a safer draw. Okay, so let's attack with all and then just play cohort second main phase. Deal. They still know I have the recommission in my hand. That's the funny part. Ichor Wellspring. That's a good one. Especially if they can find like a Power Stone Fracture. Their deck looks good. Yeah, pretty decent red-black stuff. Yeah, it's scary too. Okay. So let's get back Felden. And then we attack like this. They have to make a bunch of blocks. If they're not too careful, we can kill them with Strongbull activations and Scrapwork Cohort, Unearth, or whatever. Okay, so let's keep our Strongbull alive. They sack their Wellspring. I get to look at the top 3 for Felden. Perfect. And that on Genius or Strongbull? Yeah, there's no way they can add enough damage, so I think the Strongbull's the best hit instead of Genius. So they're unearthing here to eat my cohort out of the graveyard. Yep, that's a good play. Oh, attacking with both. Okay. Sure. Power Stone Fracture or something? Huh. Wow. They had a pretty good draw there. I don't want to cast this immediately. I want to wait and see what they do first. Perfect. Can't sack itself, so once the Rager trigger resolves, they will die. Nice. Alright, they've got a very decent looking red-black deck. I didn't see any bomby rares, but all of the commons uncommons were pretty solid. So we'll bring in the Brotherhood's End, cut the Discipline. Do we want to bring in Supply Drop? They had Explosion and a Disfigure, but they also had Exile. Actually, a 1/1 First Striker does not look bad versus them. As much as I hate to say it. Yeah, a 1/1 First Strike did not look bad here. I hate this card, but seems like it'd be okay. How does Raise to the Ground feel? Not great. Yeah, so we can cut the Raise. Okay. Go on to game 2. Our deck's good, their deck looks good. We have both Veteran and the Rock, or not the Rock of Carriages, what's it called? Dragon of, no. I can't remember names right now. The Carriages Dragon, you know what I'm talking about. Tyrant. The Tyrannical Tyrant. There are no mistakes, only happy accidents that may lead you to trying a new strategy. That is false. I make mistakes all the time, and I regret it, and I lose. Yeah, and in hindsight, I probably shouldn't have recorded this. Not after playing so much other Magic today, because my brain is fried, but this is mellow. You're all here with mellow Nummy right now. This is real close to a keep when we're on the draw. I think it is a keep, actually. If we're on the play, it's an easy mulligan, but with one land, exactly. We get to play out the mutt, we get to rummage, we get to recommission, even if we brick on land number 3, so... Yeah, look at that 1/1 First Strike we brought in. I think I'd rather just discard the wings here, though. And keep the Chaplain in my hand. And just try to hard cast it next turn. Oh my god, the 1/1 First Striker. I am a genius. Okay, now I'm not going to get greedy. We'll discard the Chaplain this time. Okay. So 2 lands in the top 12 cards. I would say that's kind of unfortunate. They have sacrifice effects, but more importantly, we're getting a scry. In fact, I'm just going to double top. I need to hit the 5th land for the Onulet anyways. There's the genius. Let's recommission the flyer. Sweet, got some more value again. That's fine. Okay. That's fine. They don't have any good attacks. My Survivor of Corliss is in... What are you doing? Well, nothing, just letting me trade here. What? I'm confused at what's going on. Could also double block the soldier and then Brotherhood's End on... No, this is fine. I'll take 6. I'll trade for your scrap work, I guess. But yeah, even with those having menace, we'd be able to double block and the first strike would kill it. You know? Let's attack for 4. And then just unleash. Keep the land in our hand for rummaging with the mutts. Discard land. Survivor of Corliss here. 1 mana, 1... Tundra Wolves. 1 mana, 1/1 first strike. The absolute wrecker. Alright, they went for it. So we will, in turn, go for it. This is 4 trample damage. Strong Bowl. I will play out the land now so I can activate the ability. We might not even need the Brotherhood's End this game. Dreams of Oil and Steel. Alright, and they get to eat one of my artifacts from their graveyard, but they might just be dead on board now. I have 3 unearthed creatures. We can just take this hit and kill him next turn. Alright, GG's. Feels good. 2-0. So 3 wins before 2 losses. Am I capable of doing that in my current state? Of course. We just need to go 2-drop into Siege Veteran. How hard could that be? Got the 2 drops. Don't have Siege Veteran. We do have the Queen. That's a good hand on the draw. We don't find lands. We can pitch, like, Cohort for Mutt. If I bring in Brotherhood's End for a 3rd time, that just tells me I should have started in the main deck. And I think the card is very main deckable because it's so versatile. It's just normally when I'm playing like a creature deck like this, I don't really want to run... Like, that's running a... Like, almost like running a Wrath effect in your aggro deck, you know? If that makes sense. I think I'm actually supposed to pitch the other Mutt now since we have such a good curve otherwise. Okay. Probably just gonna make a 2/2 with this unless we mill Veteran. Oh, Warlord's Elite, I guess. That's fine too. So they can play a 5 mana spell here. don't know why people run that card. I'm pretty sure it's just not good, right? I mean, I'm not going to complain that my opponent's playing it, but 5 mana, 2/4 flyer, haste. I mean, the ability is like somewhat relevant. It's just, man, for 5 mana, a 2/4 flyer is just seems so underpowered and limited. I will say there was the Zendikar block. There was a card called like Skydrake or something, and it was a 2/5 for 5. And that card just blocked everything in the format. But 1 toughness difference here. Also just a completely different format, so I don't even know why I'm bringing that up, but point stands. I want to draw a 2-drop this turn so that I can prison sentence the Onulet. Perfect. Perfect freaking draw for this scenario. They didn't bobble. I assume they're going to activate the bobble end of turn, so they should have just taken a peek. These are all some solid hits. I guess we don't need the recommission, but the Strongbow looks okay. With all my artifact creatures. What if they have a disenchant here? If they disenchant the prison sentence, it's pretty strong. Oh wait, can they even do that? No. Tap? No, they would have to tap their Onulet to do that, so it wouldn't matter. Never mind. Huh, no blocks. Not even with the 1/1 on the 3/1. And then they didn't activate Bobble? I'm so confused. That must have just been a misplay. Okay. Well, you have a bunch of power stones or whatever, but you have no cards in your hand. What happens if I unleash Shell the Drake and then smack out? I assume that's pretty close to good enough. They can figure it out. Yeah, not quite lethal, but it will be lethal next turn with Strongbow activations. They have to block the Cohort and the Rock, take 4, go to 2. I think they're just forgetting about their Bobble or something. I mean, they can make this block, but... Okay, even if they draw Portal to Phrixia, they don't win. We kill them with the double Unearth if they draw Portal. Hey, they activated the Bobble, yay. Oh, maybe they thought they could, like, scry with the Bobble and they were waiting for it. No, that doesn't make sense. They would have still used it earlier. Oh my god, Brotherhood's End on all their artifacts. Okay, got the first game. Yeah, I think before we move on to the next round, I'm just going to cut the military discipline and put in the Brotherhood's End. Probably should have just done that to begin with. Oh, another thing, because I have, what, 3 Scrapwork mutts? It's not even like having Brotherhood's End in the deck is bad, because if it's not useful, we can always rummage it away. Yeah, that was probably just a mistake during deck building. I mean, I second or third picked that card after all. So I clearly thought it was good enough to play. Ugh. All I know is we haven't had enough Siege veteran games. So unlike that other one-lander I kept, I do not think that this is a one-lander that I can keep. I'm gonna keep this. I will keep this one. This is risky, but I'm not gonna go down to 5. Going down to 5 is already some kind of death sentence, you know? Alright. Clearly I just need to draw land next turn. So they're keeping the bobble here, which makes sense, because they can tap it with the Stalwart and play a 3-drop. Yep. Pretty good. Yeah, and unlucky. About 75%, 70-ish% to hit a land in the first 2 draw steps. From what I saw of the opponent's deck last game, they didn't have too much like crazy pressure though, so. Like a land next turn and we might still be okay. Good. And I'm gonna go with the Mutt here. Because if I go with Mutt, I can discard Chaplain, and then if we brick on a land next turn, I can still recommission the Chaplain and maybe find a land underneath that. Three rares in my hand. One of them's really good. One of them's Deece, and Feldon could probably be an uncommon. Oh, did they? They kept a 2-lander, but they had plenty of mana acceleration otherwise. 1, 2, 3, 4. They can play like a 5-mana artifact here. That would actually kind of suck if they had that, yeah, that card right there, because that eats my Chaplain, which I can't recommission anymore. That's funny. Okay. Sure. Okay, well, now we're going to fire off the Brotherhood's End and blow up all artifacts that cost 3 or less. This is just way too good. So let's see if they trade their Opportunist for the Mutt. Oh, this would be so beautiful if they did. Come on, put the Opportunist in front. Let's go. Come on. Pass. Yes! Alright, this is absolutely disgusting. Oh, baby! What a frickin'... That is what we call casual. I don't think I'm supposed to raise to the ground the Drake right now, though. In fact, I kind of want to prison sentence their Stalwart. Because that ramps them. good. So next turn I can play Mutt, pitch one of my 2-drops, and then recommission it back immediately. This can't activate mana abilities, right? Yeah, activated abilities can't be used, so. Stalwart offline. Alright, let's go Mutt. I guess we'll discard the Feldon and then push the huge pressure on. Almost playing out like a constructed deck now. Okay, they might be dead next turn. Still attacking. That'd be funny if they went like giant growth, giant growth, giant growth, kill you. This is 12 damage. $13 now. Fog of War. Wow. Oh, wait, that doesn't even stop the damage from... Might not come out this turn by creatures with power 3 or less. Okay. Alright, well, I guess I'll just do this. I don't think I've ever seen that card cast, so... In my mind, it was just a true fog, but it wasn't even that good. Okay. Alright, GG's. With Whirling Strike, it doesn't matter who they block. Our deck is quite good, even though we missed that land drop on turn 2 even. 3-0. 2 more. I would love to be done with this after this second attempt. Okay, on to game number 4 we go. 2-drop Siege Veteran. Did not win the die roll. Already failed. No 2-drop, but we have Strongbow into Cohort with a removal spell, so I think this is okay to keep. Oh, I didn't... Oh, I forgot to take out the Military Discipline and put in the Brotherhood's End. Alright, so if I ever draw Military Discipline... Oh, no. If I ever draw Military Discipline, we can just assume it was... Brotherhood's End. Well, we milled our own veteran, but... Thing is, the prison sentence doesn't work on that thing. And because they're on the play, we probably just lose now. Our only hope is that they pump up their other creatures and not their veteran, and we can kill it when it gets to a 5/5. That's the hope here. Bone Saw? Wait, what the hell? Please pump your chaplain. Nice. Okay, that gives us a little bit of hope. This cohort here looks nice. We pass. And then once we unleash Shell, their veteran, we might be okay. Dude, is everybody running that Drake? What on earth? Is there something I'm not understanding about it? I need to draw planes next turn so I can veteran my Chaplain and prison sentence their Drake. But worst case scenario, we can always play the Rock Hunter to trade with the Chaplain. Alright, that's the last card in their hand, so I think we are winning here. That also is perfect. Alright. Raise the Drake. Veteran. Start growing our Chaplain. I will trade if they attack. I'm not going to go down to 3 or 2 if they equip their Saw to their Chaplain. That's fine. Trade, trade. Do I want to go down to... Yeah, whenever another non-token. So when this cohort dies, I get another replacement 1/1. That's beautiful. Okay. We need to prison sentence the first striker down. Amulet's great. And then let's play out our Rock Hunter. Need to keep attacking. Rock Hunter's another soldier, so if it dies, we get a 1/1 replacement. And that should do her. Can I unearth and attack with everything safely? Should be okay. 3, 6, 7. Up here. They trade here. Okay. That's not good enough. All right, whew. They had a very scary start. I don't think it was wrong what they did. I don't think they were supposed to go all in on the veteran. But, oh, it wouldn't have even mattered, right? It would have still been a 5/5. Anyway. Somebody yell at me to remember to put Brotherhood's End in. Actually, versus their deck, I kind of like cutting the raise and leaving the discipline in. Besides their veteran and their Falaji Vanguard, it kind of looked like they were running a lot of filler, so. If they don't draw their Vanguard or their veteran, I'm not sure if this is going to be that hard for us. Can't keep that, though. That is much, much better. Pitching the Rock Hunter here, I think, even though it has the reach. I think all these other cards are just a little bit better for us. Good thing I did, because they have the Survivor. Oh, they kept a 1-lander. On the play, that's a little bit risky. Oh, they got there. Sword of the Meek. And they're trading 1 damage for 2 damage. You are bold, and I appreciate you. I do not appreciate drawing all these lands. Alright, let's chain Chaplains. Chaplains dig for our veterans, so... I'm assuming this game is over. Especially if they didn't have another 2-drops, they must have kept a really sketchy hand. Okay. That's pretty good. Yeah, let's just pressure. Put them on a fast clock before they can draw lands and dump out their cards in hand. Sure. Hey, 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 friend. Don't mind if I do. So we pump up the non-elite since the elite's already lethal by itself. Okay, good game. Okay. 4-0. One more. Give it easy. Make it easy on me. Turn 2 on the play. Mutt into veteran. Okay, step 1. Oh god! This should have been Brotherhood's End. When will he learn? He won't. I think this is keepable on the play. On the draw, I might have mulliganed and looked for a 2-drop, but we do have a lot of 2-drops we could just naturally draw. Well, hopefully this game, the discipline, will prove to be better than Brotherhood's End ever would be. But to say I am ashamed of myself would be an understatement. Didn't I tell somebody to write me a note? That's not good. No! Where were you last turn, you punk? Nice. Mill the cohort for some value. Oh, my opponent's missing a land. And there's the veteran. Okay. Well, let's just lead on the 4-4. And then Mutt plus veteran next turn, especially if they miss another land drop, is just game over. Yeah, okay. Non-game here. I almost don't even want to show him the siege veteran. There's probably no reason to, right? I just unearth and Mutt. I'm not proud of it, but I will take it. All right, Brotherhood's End was actually worse than the discipline would have been that game. Okay. Just blue-white. We have no idea. Blue-white, they have some artifacts. That doesn't tell us anything. It's just they got very unlucky, obviously. This is round 5. This is rather match number 5. We're 4-0. We're up a game. If we win one of the next 2 games... Nice hand, baby. Nice hand. There it is. Turn 2, Stone Seeker. Turn 3, Siege Veteran. Oh, yeah. And they're playing a little bit slow. That is to say, they played a Refractor on turn 2 instead of a creature. Though, if they have Mightstone's animation, of course. But I am slam dunking the veteran here. You got me. There was no way I wasn't playing that out. Oh, okay, but still playing slow. And miss. Oh, there was just no chance. We're drawing perfectly. I feel for you, buddy. I really do. Sorry. That ain't gonna be what you need, my friend. I'll take the Rock Hunter because we can cast it this turn. Siege Veteran's gonna pump itself so it doesn't get dead lead. Also pushes more damage immediately. No, that's not good enough. Okay, well, I drew very, very well. Let's leave it at that. And you know what? It feels freaking fantastic to go 5-0 here because I am dead tired. And this is our second attempt at this best of 3, 5 match wins necessary event. But so we only got to Tyrant, what, once? Otherwise, we never drew it or it was always discarded from our hand. But Siege Veteran doing Siege Veteran things. The double Chaplain were fantastic to go find it. Triple Mutt, obviously insane to help filter our draws. We never even got to Queen Kayla, but who needs it? Fun little stuff. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hit that like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. And that will be my token number 6 of 6. So I'm going for all 10 out of 10. There you go. You can see what order I got them in. Decathlon 2, Decathlon 1, Decathlon 3, Decathlon 4, Decathlon 6, Decathlon 5. So I don't know what the next 2 events are, but there will be 4 more overall. If they're limited, I might record them for the tubers here. Otherwise, I've been doing them all on stream. But thanks for watching. We'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.